All right, let's continue. So now you've pretty much learned everything when it comes to properties of exponents. So what we're going to do now, from now until the end of all of the rest of the examples, we're going to review everything that we've done. All right, so consider this kind of, if you can do all of these, then you can do all the other ones. All right, so this is kind of a review for like a test. All right, so if you guys are looking to review for your test, or if you're just still doing division property, this is a great, the next videos and this one are great ways to help you guys review for a test. All right, so think back. I have all my bases are the same. So I'm going to do the top, and then we're going to look at it as a whole. So on the top, I have the base of 2. I look at my exponents, and I do what with them? Think about it. If I have bases, and they're being multiplied in the middle, what do I do with my exponents? You're going to add them. So plus a negative 8 because that is negative. On the bottom, I just have a 2, but let's put in that exponent that's not there just to save us some time for later. All right, so we're going to add that 1. I have 2, 5 to the negative 8. Well, 2, 8 means I have 8 minus 5. I'm going to get a 3, and it's going to be negative because my 8 is negative. And I still keep this 1. All right? Normally, you would go, oh, that's a negative. Bring it down. But hold off just a second. Instead of having to bring it down and then simplifying it here, let's just do our division property. That's the reason why we're doing these examples in this section. We're going to do division property, which means if my bases are the same, which they are, we're going to take the top exponent, negative 3, and subtract it from the bottom exponent, minus 1. All right? So I get 2. Same signs, so I'm going to add and keep. I owe you $3. I owe you $1. How much do I owe you now? I owe you 4, and since I owe you, it's going to stay negative. Now, if we look at that, and you guys are probably yelling, that looks like a 9. 4, wow, that looks horrible. 4, that looks better. Since this is a negative 4, we are going to bring this guy down. So I bring the 2, 4, and put a 1 on top. Since this is a 4, I can do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 16. So my answer is 1 over 16. So this would be my answer for that one. All right. Take a second to kind of breathe. Take that all in. So looking at D, I look at the top. Do I have any common variables or common bases on the top? X, Y, Z. I don't. So we look at top and bottom. Do I have common bases? Ugh, too many vocabulary words. Common bases between top and bottom. I do. I have an X and I have a Y. So deal with X's first because we are doing it in alphabetical order. So I'm going to look at my base, X. On the top, I have a 3. So 3 minus, well, minus what? I don't see anything. What were we supposed to do? Miss, we were supposed to add the 1. Don't groan at me. Do it. Add the 1. All right? I have my Y. I have a negative 8. And I'm going to subtract it by a negative 2. So subtract negative 2. Put the negative 2 in parentheses just so that you don't get it confused with this extra negative. Do I have 2 z's? I don't. So I'm going to leave the z by itself. z, and I'm going to give it a 5, which is what it had. I'm going to erase this part right here. Erase, erase, erase. All right? I can simplify this out. 3 minus 1 gives me 2. I have a negative and a negative. Negative and negative gives me a positive. So I have negative 8 plus a 2. Well, that means I have to subtract. 8 minus 2 gives me a 6. So I'm going to have y to the 6, but because the 8 is bigger, it's going to be negative. And I still have this z that's still just hanging out. All right? All right. Looking at this, am I done? X, Y, Z. Yeah, I'm done. What do you mean I'm not done? Frankie says I'm not done. Frankie might be sitting over there. I'm not sure where Frankie's sitting. Is this positive or negative? Positive. So does it stay or does it move? Stays. I'm going to leave it right there. Positive or negative? Negative. So does it stay or does it move? It moves. So I'm going to draw my fraction bar, and I'm going to put it underneath. Once I move it underneath, it becomes a positive. Z, does it stay or does it move? Well, Z hasn't really been doing much of anything, so he's just staying on top. He's relaxing. Now do I have any negatives I have to deal with? No. X, Y, Z, everything's simplified. So I leave it like that. That would be my answer. So again, check and see from the top if you have anything in common, kind of like what we had up here. X, Y, Z. I don't have anything in common. So I look at up and down. I have an X in common and I have a Y in common. So I can subtract those two guys. From there, and then I leave my leftovers on the side. I subtract them. This gives me a 2. This gives me a negative 6. If I do end up with a negative, I do need to bring that guy down. All right? Questions?